High School Wrestling our focus. We'll come back. We'll have two more state champions from Urbana High School. We'll come back with more sidelines after this. All right, folks, welcome back to the show. Our final segment here with the guys from Urbana High School. We have coach and two state champions with us. Head coach Ben Arneson is here, along with state champions Adam Kropp and Peter Tatanish. Guys, welcome. And congratulations, a special weekend for sure. And Ben, we'll start with you. What a weekend. I mean, you had just won the region championship. You come back a week later, and these two young men take the championship.
It's actually been a very exciting last 3 weeks. We've started with the win at the county championship to make it 2 years straight. And then we went up to North Carroll and won a regional crown there, which is the first ever for Urbana High School. And then, we tried to carry that momentum with the, all 8 guys down to the University of Maryland for the state championships. And Adam and Peter both stepped it up and continued on their quest to become state champs.
We all know who follow wrestling, you know it better than all of us. It's a long season, a lot of time in the wrestling room. Meets can take a long, long time. In this case, 2 days, a lot of downtime in between matches. I mean, these guys showed a lot of heart, a lot of character.
There's a lot of time put in, not only on the mat but off the mat. And if you win the semifinals match to go into the finals, it's usually about a 4 or 5 hour layoff that you have to kind of regroup and replan and get focused on your next match, but yet keep everything warmed up and ready to go.
As far as Urbana wrestling is concerned, and county wrestling here in Frederick County, what does last weekend say?
That the county's finally stepping up, and the feeder programs around the county are starting to produce better kids to where it's not just the little tiny Frederick County wrestling programs anymore. There's 4 or 5 programs in Frederick County that are going to produce good athletes that are going to go down and contest for state titles every year.
Adam Kropp is one of those state champions. Adam, welcome to the show. 36-1, and you had a pin in the 3rd period. Take us through the match a little bit in the finals that got you that state championship.
Well, started out, I took him down in the 1st period to get an early lead, and that's always a good confidence booster to get an early lead. I mean, it's always a kind of a relief. 2nd period, he chose down, and he's long, tall, and he's a senior, so he's pretty strong. So I went to a crab ride, which kind of takes away his length and his leverage advantage. And I rode him the whole period. And then 3rd period, it was my choice, and I chose the bottom position. He actually chose to let me up because he thought he'd have a better chance at taking me down from the neutral. So he didn't even try to attempt the top. So we went back to neutral. He shot in, and I countered and put him on his back and pinned him.
That's a good point. You mentioned how tall he was, and for folks who may not be familiar, it's a weight class, obviously, but there's different builds to the guys out there. What challenges does that pose when you're wrestling somebody that's that tall?
It can change your whole wrestling style because maybe your approach may not work against lanky guys. I mean, if you want to be powerful and try to throw him, if he's taller than you, you're not even going to be able to get his feet off the ground. So, yeah, it changes your whole style.
We talk about how long the season is and how long these events are. As Coach said, you have a lot of time in between your semifinal match and your final match. When you had them pinned and you heard or saw the hand go down and heard the whistle, what's going through your mind at that point? I mean, the sense of relief, the sense of excitement. And we saw the celebration, obviously.
Yeah, it was just a relief and showed that all my hard work had finally paid off, and it was kind of the climax of my season, so it was a good feeling.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Peter's going to join us now. Peter won the championship at 130, and Adam was at 112. And Peter, 35-1. He had a longer match in the finals. It took overtime. Tell us about your match, Peter, and how it evolved.
Well, early the season, he beat me pretty bad, 12-2. So I knew he was a good wrestler, and I just had to go out there, my head cleared, knowing that state championship was on the line, go out there, have fun. And that's pretty much what I did, made the best of the match. And I wrestled a lot different because usually I'm wrestling in a neutral position, I'm on my feet. But talking to Coach Hawkins and Coach Arneson before the match, they told me to wrestle on one knee. Went down on my knee, and I think it blew his mind a little bit. He couldn't take me down from there. It went 0-0 in the first period. Second period, he escaped me real fast off the whistle, and then he took me down in second, and he went up 3-0, and a couple stalling calls in there made the score different. And third period, we both went back on our feet, and the score was 4-0, and then we both got called for stalling, which made it 5-1. And I took him down with the low single, which made it 5-3. And with about a minute left, he started stalling, running the match, keeping the match safe so he doesn't get taken down. And I got more stalling calls, which made it 6-6 with about 10 seconds to go. And the match went to overtime. And I just knew now the match was in my control, and I took him down in overtime, 8-6.
You were lost to him 12-2 during the season back at Springbrook. You were losing 5-1 in this match. Is there a sense of, I don't want to say panic, that's probably too strong of a word, but you had to kind of really dig deep, I guess, and force that tie?
Yeah, 5-1's pretty big in the state finals match, considering wrestlers are smarter and bigger, and they control how they wrestle. So I just knew that I would keep wrestling smart and keep going at them, and hopefully I could come back like I eventually did.
Can you share with me a little bit your preparation? I understand you've worked with an Olympic wrestler. You've also been around the country in places like Oklahoma and Missouri to train and be in tournaments. Can you shed some light on that?
Yeah, I mean, before I got into high school, I went with Kerry Collette, and he really helped me with my scrambles and helping me on my feet. And I think that with him going around the country, it really helped me be able to wrestle in the big arenas and not be able to get nervous like College Park, which is a big arena, and wrestling in front of thousands of fans. So it really helped me.
State championship aside, how did it feel to avenge the only loss?
It felt good because he's a senior and he hasn't won states his high school career, and I gave him his 4th loss in his high school career. So it makes me feel even better that I kept the senior out of the state on top of a podium, and I be able to get 3 times hopefully, and just keep going then.
Adam, what do you take from this, winning a state championship from here on out? I mean, it's something you'll remember obviously for the rest of your life, but
Oh, it's huge. Going down in like the history books of Maryland, winning a state title, it's always big. Just being along all the great wrestlers alongside, you look at all the huge names of all these wrestlers and hoping someday maybe I could be a 3-time state champ. It'd be great.
Plenty of time.
Yeah,
plenty of time. Coach, 2 special guys here. I mean, you got to be very, very proud of what they accomplished.
I'm very proud, and like they both said, at this point, it's how hard they have to work to become 2-time state champs, and then have the possibility of 3rd when they're seniors.
Guys, congratulations. We appreciate you being on. Coach, all the best to you. We'll see you down the road. I'm Brian McLean. Thanks for watching Sidelines. We'll see you next time.